you think people choose to do things the hard way? Yuck. So I met a guy today. He's 36 years of age. He's got 4 properties. All 4 properties were based in the same state in Victoria, and his land tax bill was through the bloody roof. It was $13,000 a year, or $13,000 or $14,000 a year in land tax. I asked him, I said, why do you need me? He goes, Liv, I've done things the hard way. And I was like, amen, this guy gets it. Like, there is 50 different ways of making money through real estate. Most of them all work. I just like to choose the one that's going to be the easiest, that's going to make me money whilst I sleep. Because I'm telling you now, most people don't want to invest in real estate because they fucking love doing renovations. People who tell me that, I'd second guess there's probably only 10% that actually do enjoy doing that. So this guy had built most of his wealth through doing subdivisions. Very, very, very active role. And I said, what do you need me for? And he's just like, I'm done, I'm burnt out. And he's tired from building a portfolio in the way that he thought he needed to do it, when there's just different strategies that are easier. So I'm not the person that helps with renovations. I'm definitely not the person who does subdivisions. Now I make sure I have all of those as an option across all of my properties, because you want that as like an exit strategy up your sleeve for a rainy day, right? But this guy's been slogging it and been driving to all of those properties, and now he's stuck. He's stuck from a borrowing capacity perspective. The other thing that shoot himself in the foot a little bit is he's gone and purchased aiming for cash flow too early on in his portfolio. So here's the thing, anyone can go onto realestate.com and buy a house. That's fucking easy. But how many people do you actually know that own at least 4 properties or 5 properties? It only takes 5 properties to get top 1% of investors. How sad is it that only 1% to get to 5 or more properties? I think that's sad, and that's what I'm here to change. So the first thing I'm doing with this guy is, before we think that we have to sell anything, I really don't like my clients having to sell anything unless it's a last resort. So first thing we're going to do is actually pressure test, is he actually stuck on his borrowing capacity? Like, really. So I'm going to get my whole entire team to really go back and forth, and I'm going to go back and forth with him just to be an absolute certainty that there's nothing else that we can change within his portfolio. Such as, we'll see if we can change some LVRs around, some loan terms around, get some stuff paid off in certain different ways, see what other rents we can increase rapidly. I'm then also going to get my team to look at all of those properties, the suburbs, to see if either of them are going to have like a quick boost in capital growth over the next 18 months, or if they're just going to flat line or go down, then we'll work out which one to sell. Now we'll have to replace that with certain structures as well. But the one trait that I really, really like about this guy is he's being persistent and he's not giving up. Most people at this stage would be like, oh, well, got no more borrowing capacity, that's it, I'm done. And I was having a joke with him. I'm like, have you got a partner doing this? He's like, nah, I'm single. And I'm like, do you even have time to date? Like, the way he's built his portfolio has taken over his life because of the active strategy that he's trying to do. That's the reason why I prefer to follow. We've got AI now that dictates and tells us where the top 1% suburbs are. Now, yes, it took my team fucking years and millions of dollars to build it. But now the average person can get in, utilize it, and it can help us just allow the property to just grow in value with certainty whilst we sleep. And if you want the option to do a reno or a subdivision, great. We'll find a property that meets that need. And the other trend I see a lot of people wasting their time on is trying to locate the best suburb, where really their effort should be spent on how to increase their income. And so I am an income producing coach on the side as well, which is where I spend a lot of my time with my clients. So we can get the bank to give us more money in the short term, which will overall fast track our wealth over the next 5 or 10 years.